श्रीमद्भगवताम की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 5, verse number 18. Please repeat after me. Tata arabhya nandasya. Tata arabhya nandasya. Vraja sarva samriddhiman. Vraja sarva samriddhiman. Harer nivasatma gunai. Harer nivasatma gunai. Rama kridam abundripa. Rama kridam abundripa. Tatarabhya nandasya. Vraja sarva samriddhiman. Harer nivasatma gunai. Rama kridam abundripa. Tata arabhya nandasya. Vraja sarva samriddhiman. Harer nivasatma gunai. Rama kridam abundripa. Devotees. Tata arabhya nandasya. Vraja sarva samriddhiman. Harer nivasatma gunai. Rama kridam abundripa.
Tatarabhya nandasya. Vraja sarva samriddhiman. Harer nivasatma gunai. Rama kridam abundripa.
Tatarabhya nandasya. Vraja sarva samriddhiman. Harer nivasatma gunai. Rama kridam abundripa. Tatarabhya nandasya. Vraja samriddhiman. Harer nivasatma gunai. Rama kridam abundripa. Tatarabhya nandasya. Vraja sarva samriddhiman. Harer nivasatma gunai. Rama kridam abundripa. Vaishnavis. Tatarabhya nandasya. Vraja sarva Word to word translation. Tata Arabhya, beginning from that time. Nandasya, Maharaj Nanda. Vraja, Vrajabhumi, the land for protecting and breeding cows. Sarva Samriddhiman, became opulent with all kinds of riches. Hare, Hare Nivasa, of the residence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Atma Gunai, by the transcendental qualities. Rama Akridam, the place of pastimes for the goddess of fortune. Abhut, became. Dripa, O King Maharaj Parikshit. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. O Maharaj Parikshit, the home of Nanda Maharaj is eternally the abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His transcendental qualities, and is therefore always naturally endowed with the opulence of all wealth. Yet beginning from Lord Krishna's appearance there, it became the place for the pastimes of the goddess of fortune. Purport, as stated in the Brahma Samhita 529, Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindam Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. The abode of Krishna is always served by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. Wherever Krishna goes, the goddess of fortune naturally resides with him. The chief of the goddesses of fortune is Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Krishna's appearance in the land of Vraja indicated that the chief goddess of fortune, Radharani Ki, would also appear there very soon. Nanda Maharaj's abode was already opulent, and since Krishna had appeared, it would be opulent in all respects. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasharine Nirvashesha Srimavadi Pasyartha Desharine. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for being here. I would like to beg the permission and blessings of the senior Vaishnavas, Giri Govardhan Prabhu, Sankirtan Priya Prabhu, to give me blessings that I can say something for my own purification. When we discuss the pastimes of Krishna, when Bhagavatam is discussed, it's actually said there is three people involved, get benefited by Bhagavatam. The one who recites, the one who hears, the one whoever gets in between that. So, the most, who is the one who gets the most benefit? The one who recites. Because I realized, I had to give class, I had to prepare yesterday, so I don't know how many lectures my mind was tracing for something, information. I was fully absorbed in Harikatha, instead of management. So it's good that all the young devotees also kind of practice so that whatever we have, we share. We are, that's why these days we don't use the word preaching, we call it sharing, because we share what we have and that enhances. Prabhu was yesterday, Sankirtan Priya Prabhu was saying that we hear, we speak, and that's how we remember. So it's a nice process, simple, whatever we have we can share. We don't have to be extraordinary speakers. That's what we sometimes, when we hear devotees, like I was listening to Gauranga Prabhu speak the other day in Mayapur, it's like blew me away. It's like class, so much information, and you're thinking, next day it was our Bhakti Marg Maharaj gave class, It was not at all full of information, Gauranga Prabhu can give so many shlokas from Chaitanya Charitamrita, from Srimad Bhagavatam, you're not able to keep up with the class, sometimes. But with Bhakti Marg Maharaj, it was more relaxed, it was interactive, he was talking about his... So, it's not about being somebody else, but whatever we learned from Prabhupada's books, we can share. We don't have to be extraordinary devotee. I'm speaking for myself because, sometimes I get carried away, listening to all these classes. When am I going to be like this, just for a revelation. But the best thing is just let's be who we are, share whatever we have. Try to learn more, try to memorize more shlokas. This is good for young devotees. That because we are based on Shastra, our information, our knowledge is not based on ourselves. Anytime, this is the uniqueness. I don't know if you know, Shivratri happened recently. There are two impersonalist gurus debating. Was Shiva lying down or not? So it's a bit of a debate. It's funny how they're contradicting, but nobody is able to give an answer that even a bhakta from ISKCON can give. For us, it's very clear. The base of whatever we speak is Shastra. You see, one of the gurus of the two, one of the gurus' winning point or trying to make his point was saying that there are so many books, there are so many scriptures, hundreds and thousands in Vedic, Vedic civilization. Where can we pick up the shloka from? Where is the knowledge being taken from? Anybody can answer this? There are so many Vedas. There are 4 Vedas. There are, the Vedas. If you put them in one room, I heard it comes to 120,000 books. Just the 4 Vedas. And we have Upanishad, we have Itihasas, we have unlimited. But where, as Vaishnavas, what is our base? Where do we actually what is our pramana? How? Okay, Krishna. Yes, everything is Shabda. Veda is Shabda, right? It's sound. It's sound. Everything is Shabda. Whatever we are practicing. But how you can be so specific? What makes us as ISKCON devotees or Gaudiya Vaishnavas makes the things so precise? Yes.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Very good point. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Again, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also follows Shastra, but again we have to be... Yes, Parampara. They're all right answers. Yeah, Bhagavad Purana, Amalam Puranam, it's spoken at the right time. Yes. Something more. I'm looking for something more.
It's Prabhupada. Prabhupada actually, so he spread the knowledge, and he has been empowered. So that's the proof.
That's there. That's a combination of what I'm looking for. Gaurangi Mataji, you put your hand up a few times.
I don't know if I didn't hear what you said. I said Prabhupada separate our soul, makes a difference.
That he's in Parampara, as Giri Govardhan Prabhu said. Yes, Sankirtan Priya Prabhu.
What about the devotees themselves, the preachers?
That's where devotees set Bhagavad. There is book Bhagavad, there is devotees who live it. Very good.
He say Krishna is supreme.
Say Krishna is supreme.
No, say it, Prabhu.
Sorry?
Say it.
Say it. Okay, I will say it. You see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the 6 Goswamis to do 6 things, right? Go to Vrindavan, you have to excavate the places of worship, you have to extract the essence, Nana Shastra, Vichara Naika Nipuno. What did they do? They extracted the shlokas that whatever if you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has spoken, or they kind of took all those things and they put it in, you can see all the commentaries of Srila Prabhupada is of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Jiva Goswami. They are all in the Vedas, Padma Purana. When they quote, this shloka, Sampradaya Vihinaye Mantraste Nishpala Mataha. Where is the shloka? No, Padma Purana. Yeah, Padma Purana. Where did anybody read Padma Purana?
Yes.
You may read Padma Purana.
I have read many Puranas.
Okay. How many other devotees read any Puranas here?
We don't need to though, because we have our places are Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita,
Yeah.
and Lord Chaitanya's
Yeah.
teachings.
So, yeah,
you don't have to go there. You don't need to.
I'm not saying, I'm not sitting here to endorse anybody to read the Vedas or Puranas, but the point I'm trying to make is the essence of all these Puranas is being given to us by the 6 Goswamis. They extracted, that's why they are called as Paramahamsas. Paramahamsas, what do? They extract the Hamsa, swan, Rajahamsa, the quality of Rajahamsa. What does a Hamsa do? It can take the milk, can leave the water out. So the 6 Goswamis has given us this essence of all the Shastras. That's why, we have Shastra, but we don't go into all the Shastras. Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita. This is good, when we read the commentaries. Of course, if you do Bhakti, Vaibhav and all these advanced courses, they emphasize the devotees read the commentaries of Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. I don't know if you know our devotee Revati Nandan, he was here. When he has to give class, he used to go into all, for that shloka, if he's going to give, he used to go and read. I think there was a book, I don't know the name of the book. He used to go back and refer from the commentaries of the acharyas, what they are actually giving. But it's quite deep for us. Prabhu said, let's stick to Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhagavad Gita. I think that will even the purports are sometimes quite heavy for us. So if we can imbibe our mood of getting into Shastra. Sorry?
Which one?
I said Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. This is good enough for us.
You said they are hard, difficult to understand?
Even the purports, I said.
All the
Purports are sometimes, for us that's already good enough to digest. Here we are talking about, we are at the point where we talk about opulence here. When we talk about opulence, we bring in Mother Lakshmi. Lakshmi Devi is representation of opulence. It's very quite common. It's not known in the West so much, but worship of Mother Lakshmi is very prominent in India. People worship. There is so much misconception that if you worship Lakshmi in this way, there is certain benedictions you get, or Mother Lakshmi will stay with us forever. They even have a puja for a money box at home. So there are so many misconceptions. But in the purport, Prabhupada is making the point that the best way to worship Lakshmi is if you serve Narayan, Krishna, wherever he is, she is going to be there. She is the eternal consort of Krishna. So we don't have to separately endeavor to, do some endeavor that, we need money. But no, we worship Krishna nicely, money will come. There is no such extra puja or yagya we have to do, Sometimes devotees advise us, you need to chant this mantra that you get, New Mayapur gets a lot of money. Now the simple fact is, no, we have to please Krishna somehow or the other. We have to serve Krishna, devotees nicely. That If we consider Krishna is here, Krishna is here. Prabhupada is here, Prabhupada is here. If we don't well behave, they are not here. I don't know how many of you know this story in New Vrindavan. My friend Gauranga Prema tells this. That one time there was a lot of chaos after Prabhupada left in New Vrindavan, and one devotee visited the temple. Prabhupada kind of next day in his dream spoke to him, said, I want you to do me a favor, please take my shoes. They were like, I think it's Prabhupada's original shoes, take me out of here basically. He took the shoes away. After some time, Prabhupada came back in his dream and said, please bring the shoes back. The temple was doing well now. Nobody was like we know the turbulence is going to have to go through. So the acharyas are same when we are in line with worshipping the deities and acharyas mood, devotees nicely, everything will be provided. There is no doubt. Ananya Sintayantoma, Ejana Pariyupashatem, Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam, Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. So Krishna is promising that, this famous Arjuna Sakha, or one devotee. There are three famous stories of this pastime. There was one in Varanasi also. This is written in Shiva explains to Parvati. Anyway, the story goes very simple. I think all of you know this story that the Brahmana was always hungry, begging for food for himself and his wife, and he strike off. And this sloka, this famous sloka of the 9th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, is like Krishna is saying that I provide everything, but I'm a beggar. I'm depending on Krishna, but I'm not getting my food on time. But somehow he was getting his food and thing. Later, Krishna comes to his house with boga, and he had lines on his tongue or back. Some say tongue, some say back. So and the wife, both wife and husband realized, it was Krishna. If we heard Krishna's words, that means we are hurting Krishna directly. So it's for us. We have to develop this firm conviction that Krishna's words and Krishna's books, whatever he's saying is absolute. It's not non-different. So coming back to the opulence aspect, Prabhupada said that when we worship Lakshmi Devi, just to get some riches or something for our own self, Prabhupada said that it's more like Ravana. Ravana wanted Sita for herself, but for us it's like, we want Lakshmi Narayan, Sita Ram, this is our mood. So best way is not to get into the mood of Ravana, rather we get into the mood of Vibhishan. We want Sita Ram, we want Lakshmi Narayan. It's some other notes about on this aspect. In Vrindavan we don't see that opulence, but Vrindavan has everything. This Kalpavriksha trees, they provide everything, but their desires are, they just want to be cowherd girls, they just want to serve Krishna. We know a famous story that there was a attack in Vrindavan by a big army, and one Surabhi cow manifested a bigger army to counteract. So in Vrindavan, they have everything, but they don't use things unless it's the desire, because their desire is in line with Krishna's desire. If we get this benediction, I think we will we'll blow everything out. We will misuse it. So that's why we as aspiring devotees, we don't get all this Shakti or all these mystic powers so easily. The 18th chapter, last shloka explains this also. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there also certainly be 4 things: opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and what is the last one? Morality. Very good. Wherein when I was writing it down, I saw opulence. Very good, we all need it. victory, extraordinary power. Of course, everybody is looking for it. See, nobody wants morality in Kali Yuga. That's why as devotees, we would like, yes, it's good to have money, it's good to have power, it's good to have wealth, but we have to be in line with them. That's why Krishna says sometimes, I show my favor, what does he do? Yashaham anugrahami harise tad dhanam janai tato dhanam chasanti yasya swajana dukkha dukkitam. Krishna says that I show my mercy sometimes by giving riches. I show my extraordinary mercy by taking everything away. It's like, swajana dukkha dukkitam, everybody gets morose, and Prabhupada said, this happened to me. Right? Prabhupada was like, Prabhupada's company, this pharmaceutical company was like number 1 or number 2 in India. Pharmacy was not so big. He was working for Bose. They were like some extraordinary, back then. But Prabhupada's business started to dwindle. Whatever he endeavored for, it was a failure. But Prabhupada said, I think devotees were kind of laughing or something. Prabhupada said, I saw it in a different way, but it happens to you, you will become morose. So, it's not easy, trying to, you be rich and next day you are like, swajana dukkha dukkitam, means like all your family members are laughing at you, who wants to be a joke, who wants to be a failure. But for devotees, Krishna, sometimes takes away, sometimes gives. But you see what Prabhupada achieved. He lost a little bit, but what Prabhupada achieved in Kali Yuga, in any other Yuga, nobody achieved. 108 temples all over the world. It's like something not, even now, after all the media is big, there's so much wealth compared to the 70s. Nobody can do that, what Srila Prabhupada did. So Krishna, sometimes we have to accept Krishna does it. Prabhupada's father said this, when Krishna gives, he gives with 10 hands. When Krishna takes away, he takes away. So better we don't resist. When he's giving, we accept it with gratitude. When he's taking away, we are like, oh, thank you, Krishna. When we talk about opulence, we definitely have to see, not in our sampradaya, but we see opulence in Sri Sampradaya. Any of you been to South India? Any devotees here been to South India? Any temples? Srirangam, Varadaraj, Rameshwaram, Tirupati, Kanchi, Balaji. The latest one is, hey Vishnu. The latest one now in news is, not latest, but I think it's since like 10 years or something. Okay, I will go there. First I will explain a little bit about Tirupati Balaji. In the 1960s, Vatican was the #1 most visited temple, spiritual place. Vatican. Yeah. Probably I say it in South Indian accent. Vatican. And then in now, the present day, Tirupati, Tirumala is the most visited. I was listening to one devotee's class. He was saying approximately makes 20 to 30 crore rupees a day. It's just the collection, not the on top what they get like gold, silver, diamonds. This is something separate again. Somebody can do some maths for me. 20 to 30 crores is how many millions is that?
Who's can do it?
I just have to Google it. Google knows it.
How much is 1 crore?
How much is it?
How much is 1 crore?
1 crore is 10 million, no?
10 million.
Yeah. 1 crore is 20 to 30 crores. That's what I heard from a devotee, that that's what the daily collection, If you go there, you will see it's my family deity, so we are going every year. It was like a nightmare getting darshan. You have to wait sometimes in the line for 20 hours. It was, I did not know when I was a kid, But the good thing is, the lines are made in such a way.
2 to 3 trillion
That's rupees, huh?
rupees, yeah. And then say you divide that by
By euro or whatever. Still, it's quite a lot of money.
You
Huh?
know, this is 1 crore,
No, 20 to 30 crores.
because they say 1 crore is 10 million, they say.
That means 20 to 30 million.
Yeah.
That's like everyday collection of Balaji. You know?
Every day.
The deity is 7 foot tall. It's extraordinary. Just knowing about the deity is amazing. You know, he's Vishnu Tattva. He's not like out of our sampradaya. I think we all know the story that why, anybody knows, I should mention it, why he took the form, Narayan, Krishna, why he comes down. Okay, I'll quickly go through. It's my family deity, so I know a little bit, so I can share what I have. So, one time,
It makes 2,500,000 euros.
euros,
Okay.
still a lot of money.
Okay.
So one time the sages, they were all debating who is the supreme. It's in Bhagavatam, this story, who is the supreme lord. Shiva, some said Brahma, some said Vishnu. So they chose who? Bhrigu Muni. Go, please find out. You know, if you want extraordinary service, you pick devotees who are extraordinary also. So he goes first to who? He goes to see Brahma. Brahma did not receive him nicely. No, Bhrigu, actually, like Bhrigu did not smile at him, did not say any good words. Brahma was a little bit upset. What is this Bhrigu? He comes, but he doesn't even speak to me properly. And then next part, he goes, I could see he was affected. Brahma was affected. Next thing, he goes to Lord Shiva. He insults him. He uses words. First thing is mind, second thing is words. Shiva wanted to kill him. He chases with his trident. He is affected. Parvati had to stop him. The third one, Bhrigu goes to Vishnu. He was lying in the Garbhodaka ocean. Goes, no conversation, no talks. Bam! Kick in the chest. Bhrigu. Lakshmi Devi is like, she wanted to kill Bhrigu, You know, usually we get this treatment, somebody is not nice to us, somebody says something, somebody is not, ignoring us, we are like, we go bananas, right? What did Vishnu do? What did Vishnu do? Oh, Bhrigu, you're such a Brahmana, you have a lotus flowered foot. My heart is like stone, it must have hurt your chest, It must be painful for you even to touch my chest, Gets up, massages his feet, glorifies him, appreciates him. Conclusion is, Vishnu is the supreme because he is above the 3 modes. He is not affected by anger, lust, greed, envy, pride, all these things. But the consequences, Lakshmi leaves Vaikuntha. Lakshmi says, I am upset. So now Lakshmi has left Vaikuntha. What should Narayan do? He takes the form of Balaji. There's a story that, it's a long story. If you want, I can give you the class. Radhanath Maharaj gave for 5 hours in Tirupati. I can share that with you if you want. So he comes down just looking for Lakshmi Devi. There is no pastime, there is no killing of demons or anything like that. But he had to fulfill 2 desires. One was of Vedavati. Vedavati, in her previous age, what she was doing tapasya to get Lord Ramachandra as her husband. He couldn't do it. Ekapatni Vrata was there. He said, I will come again in Kali Yuga, then I will marry you. Now, the austerity was given to her was, you have to, in Lord Ram's pastime, it was actually Vedavati, we call Maya Sita. She was the one who was kidnapped by Ravana. So Mother Sita never left. Mother Sita was in the care of Parvati. Agni takes her, but she was left with Parvati. So, where are we in the story? Opulence. So the opulence of Vaikuntha is incomparable. That's why it's predominant with lot of riches. Now coming to Lakshmi Devi, okay, she is the most opulent, she has all the wealth. Us as Vrajvasis, us as aspiring Vrajvasis, we have unique thing called Madhurya Ras, right? Our Gaudiya Vaishnavism Krishna has got 4 unique things compared to Lord Narayan. What are the 4 unique things?
This flute is always surrounded in Madhura rasa by devotees. It's pastimes and it's extraordinary beauty.
Beauty, yes. Thank you, Prabhu. So this is deep something, I when was looking on the internet, I could see the comment section of the article I was reading. If we don't know, it kind of creates confusion or, kind of bitterness. So we don't openly talk about it. But as devotees, we discuss what Lord Chaitanya has spoke. So it's nothing bad. So Mother Lakshmi, there is a pastime where Lord Chaitanya went to tour South India. Lord Chaitanya was staying for Chaturmas at whose house? Venkata Bhatt, Tirumala Bhatt, Prabodhananda Saraswati. Venkata Bhatta is the father of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Prabodhananda Saraswati is famous for what? He says, if you say anything against Vrindavan, he's going to cut your tongue off. He's so staunch worshipper of Vrindavan. Prabodhananda Saraswati wrote this book, Vrindavan Mahima Matra. He's the worshipper of the 3. When Lord Chaitanya met them, actually he was dancing at the temple of Sri Ranganath. In South India, if you go, there is no such thing like dance. You can do kirtan, that you can see, but dancing doesn't exist. They were amazed to see these 3 brothers. They were amazed to see Lord Chaitanya's extraordinary beauty, extraordinary dance. So after the dance and kirtan was over, they invited him to their place. They hosted him for, I think, in Lord Chaitanya's pastime, Lord Chaitanya stayed at their house the most compared to any other devotee's house. 4 months. I think the house is still there. If you go to Sri Rangam, we can still visit. These 4 months, they were cooking for Lord Chaitanya, they were cleaning, they were doing everything possible. That's when Gopal Bhatta Goswami got to see Lord Chaitanya. He was a very small child. The conversation between Venkata Bhatta and Lord Chaitanya is something that we are emphasizing here. Lord Chaitanya said, you say that Vishnu, Narayan is the supreme. If Narayan is the supreme, why did Lakshmi wanted to enter Rasa Leela, but she cannot enter? Why? Oh, Venkata Bhatta says, I am an ordinary man, what do I know? But this, when there is some conversation of the Supreme Lord and his devotees, there is something that's churning for us. So he denies that, I cannot comment anything on that, But my worshipable Lord is Lakshmi Narayan. He says, yeah, it's fine. Lord Narayan is not on the same as Krishna. That's what Lord Chaitanya was to emphasize. Mother Lakshmi wanted to enter the Rasa Leela, but she cannot enter because she cannot give up her opulence, her mood of Aishwarya Bhav. She has to be in the mood of, I go to Vrindavan, I will pick up cow dung, I will milk the cows. She's a goddess of fortune, she was not willing to do that. How did Lakshmi Devi, then what did Lakshmi Devi end up? She cannot enter Rasa Leela. Where did she end up then? Anybody knows?
Because that's her function, to be attached to riches.
But she has a special place with Krishna. How? Anybody? Huh? Bit more closer. Come closer. Closer. That's her mother. She has Krishna has a gold line on his chest. That's Lakshmi Devi. That's the representation of Lakshmi Devi. So.
I don't know if Krishna.
Sorry?
I'm not sure on that.
Yes. Krishna.
Vaikuntha, but
Okay. I can double check. Krishna gives a special place that there was, she couldn't enter the Rasa Leela. That's the story goes like that. Anyway, we can double check.
We got a Brahmanical friend, but I don't know if he got this line.
He has golden line on his body.
I never read this. Send me the reference, please.
Okay, I can do some research.
Be happy to.
Sure. Okay. And going back to this opulence aspect of Balaji, and I just did the research. So I would like to share that there is 3 deities of South India which have unique features. Sri Rangam deity is famous for the dance aspect, because when the Lord, he comes, he likes to come out every day in the Utsava Murti. He comes out every day. I don't know if you know, it's called Brahmotsavas in South India, that the deity comes Utsav. We do Jagannath Rath Yatra, the Lord comes out once a year. But in these South Indian temples, the Lord likes to come out regularly. On these days of Brahmotsava, they do this yearly festival. The Lord comes out as Simhavahana. In Sri Rangam, even in Tirupati it happens, but Sri Rangam is more prominent for this. Simhavahana means the persons who carry the deity, that they are walking like lion. Gajavahana means the Lord that day comes on the elephant, and the procession is like the walking of the elephant. Sarpavahana. It's amazing how the procession itself blows you away. It's not like 10 people. It's like hundreds and thousands, like with nice musical instruments. And then we talk about the Varadaraj deity. Varadaraj deity has an umbrella. Nobody has that big umbrella, that like 30 feet umbrella. Varadaraj, that's his uniqueness. He has, and the uniqueness of Balaji deity is his outfit. The change that every day is $5 million. I don't know what is the price today, but the class was given some time ago. It must be a bit more now. They changed the diamond of the hand. They use like real diamond. The belt has got diamond stud. The crown has diamond studs. So the uniqueness, when we talk about these deities, the uniqueness of Balaji, Venkateshwara, is he has extraordinary way of dressing. And when we talk about Sri Ranganath, what is his uniqueness? I just said, he comes out, his procession is the uniqueness. Sarpavahana, Gajavahana. And the uniqueness of Varadaraj is, I just said it. Varadaraj has beautiful umbrella. Yeah. It's a very, sorry, I think I'm going out of...
Sri Rangam was dance.
Yes, procession. Like they come out in procession of dance. Yes, different ways, different processions.
Elephant, snake, lion, etc.
Okay. Any questions or any feedback? I know it's opulence means you have to go to South India. You will see it's like the mantras they chant. Even a kid, I was always surprised. Man, it's so many mantras. Purusha Sukta mantra. We don't understand anything. Can we simplify it? Krishna gave us one mantra. What is the mantra we have? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. We don't need all the extraordinary mantras. They're all put into one mantra, the Maha Mantra. So yeah, it was always like kind of mesmerized. If you go to South India, you will see this way of worship with awe and reverence. It's predominant. My wife was blown away when we went to Tirupati temple. The cleanliness, the way it's managed, organized. It's something that as Brajvasis, Kesha Maharaj jokes about it. Someone said to Kesha Maharaj on the street that I don't like organized religion. Kesha Maharaj said, don't worry, you are at the right place. We are not at all organized.
Disorganized religion.
So yeah, Vrindavan, you can see it's totally different. Yeah, temples we carry also a little bit of last minute things, you know. We also in ISKCON, you know, we are. If you want to become a pure devotee, you know, spontaneous raganuga, ragatmika, it's all available.
Mayapur is different now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's getting there.
I was actually listening to this this devotee who spoke about Tirupati. He gave a class about this Mayapur deity. My God, like Narsinghadev deity, it's extraordinary. There is no other Ugra Narsingha anywhere in the world now. Only deity. And you know, when they went to South India, I think it is done in Kumbakonam. It's a place in Tamil Nadu. That's where only the deities are made. They went. The devotees from ISKCON, you know, they had a lot of difficulties. The Muslims were attacking, you know, there were a lot of dacoits. Bhakti Raghav Maharaj lost his leg, you know. They decided, okay, let's bring Narsinghadev for protection. Okay, which Narsinghadev to bring? They went to this Tapati, you know, the one who sculpture, carves the deity. They went to him and they said, can you carve us a Ugra Narsingha? He was like, you know, there are like different forms we worship. Wherever you go, you worship Prahlad Narsingha, Lakshmi Narsingha. We don't worship the Narsingha which just comes out. I think even of that coming out, there are 8 moods of Narsingha. The first one is what we have. That's the topmost. Very ferocious, you know. So they said, what are you joking or what? You know, it's not possible to worship Ugra Narsingha. Don't ask for this deity. Don't even think about it, you know. Okay, they left, you know. They come back, they were, you know, what to do next, we have to find something else. And the sculptor's guru called him and said, did ISKCON devotees visit you for a deity, the Ugra Narsingha? He said, yes, you have to carve it for them. He said, first time when they went, they said, if I do a mistake, all my family will die. So I'm not going to take the risk. But when the guru said, you can do it for ISKCON. No problem, do it, you know. And then, you know, he set the standards that only Naistika Brahmacharis, Pankajangri Prabhu, Jananivas Prabhu can worship. Nobody else can worship. So take this seriously. And then, you know, the pastimes are so amazing, you know. Like later, he said, come back after 6 months. The deity will be ready. They go back after 6 months. They go to the Stapati and said, is the deity ready? He said, I haven't even started. They are like, you asked us to come after 6 months. No, I have to find the stone which is living. A stone which lives? How is this possible, right? He said, you tap backside of 7 places of the deity, it gives the sound Saregama Padanisa from the musical chords. So Sara, you know, Swara is called. Swara. So it's they find the stone later. He started carving. The deity is ready. Now the deity is not installed yet. They get a dream that you should start the work. No, before that the deity was in a hut. The Stapati got a call. The Lord telling, you have to go now. There is some danger in the house. The full hut they were placing the deity in got on fire. The deity, nothing happened to the deity. Oh, that's the call. The Lord is telling we should start the worship now. You know, and they had to take the deity from South India to Mayapur, and there is so many impediments again. You know, because in the past there are a lot of deities being smuggled, sent away from India. So wherever they go, they were being stopped. Where is this deity coming from? You come and see the deity. It's going to Mayapur. As soon as they see the deity, okay, you can go. There's this class, I can find it if anybody wants. I was really amazed. This Prabhu gave a talk on this opening of Narsinghadev wing. You know, even now it's the deity is not ordinary. The Lord is there. You know, it's not something. Yeah, the Prabhu was saying that, you know, when we open the full TOVP temple, we even may overtake Tirupati temple's number of visitors. So only ISKCON can do this. Srila Prabhupada ki. Any questions or any comments? Yes, Madhu.
Another question, it's a comment, like odd pronounced in Kali Yuga, it can be what do we do with gold? We need to eat some good food and fresh air, clean water. So that's the opulence now, that
Good
people
food,
want,
You have any extra gold, you can give it to me, Mataji. You have any extra gold, you can give it to me.
No, but
No, of course, I'm joking. Of course, we have to have good prasad, good food. This is the real wealth. Good air. Look, you go to India, you get immediately sick because of the pollution. That's why Prabhupada has given us this place that we can be in the nature. I know we sometimes, why are we not so close to Paris? But we have to accept Prabhupada has given the wealth. No, some say that we should have been a bit closer to Paris. 1 hour away rather than being 3 hours, 4 hours away.
Like Bhaktivedanta Manor.
Yeah. But when mercy comes, we have to accept. This is real wealth. When devotees come, you see, they get amazed. Wow, you got such a beautiful property with a forest. Even kings live like this, right? Look, we are king's servants. We get all the best food we get every day. We grow our own food also. Best air, best water. What else you can ask for? Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, on the West, especially in West America, there's this concept that religion is flourishing when they favor those who practice this religion with money. So the concept is that the more you have money, it means the more you are selected by God Himself to predominate on the earth. Some so-called religion are advocating like that. But the problem is that the money they get is by plundering poor countries, and they don't recycle the money to everybody.
To everyone, yes.
So
yes.
we have to see where the opulence comes from, and where the opulence goes to. If it benefits people, and when you extract it, if it destroys nature or other people who are so-called low class, then this concept is not taken in mind of those people who advocate their religion is the best, we are the richest, and like that. So Krishna will show it. Also, the point is that the opulence of Braj Bhumi is much, it's on another level than the opulence of the Vaikuntha planets. And as devotee, we, especially we are in the countryside, we don't understand sometimes how opulent it is to have non-violent milk, pure air, pure sound vibration, or at last no mechanical or motor vibration, good association. All this environment is a kind of opulence that the people in the downtown they don't have access to. They compute the more you have zero in your bank account, they bluntly think it is the way to declare something is rich, but the criteria, Krishna's criteria are different. And the opulence of Vrindavan is more resides in the sweetness of its people.
Yeah.
All are sweet. Of course, Radharani is supremely beautiful, but her opulence is not like Lakshmi. She is opulent in making jokes, in so many, decorating herself, in sweet dealings, especially with the Brajbasi, and mercy also.
Very nice point.
So,
So this is
sometimes we think opulence is really stuck about
Money.
gold, jewels, money, and that. But Krishna's opulence is different.
But Prabhupada, that's why he did not just open temples in the cities. That's why Prabhupada wanted to give to the world the real opulence of living in a countryside like this.
more congenial to spiritual life, especially in the mood of Vrindavan. Also, I read that Krishna appreciates more garlands of flower than jewels or goldry or any kind of jewelry.
Especially the flowers grew by devotees are more dear.
So my understanding is that the deity, they should be decorated as much as possible with real flower, and if you don't have flower, you can maybe use synthetic flowers, but if some real flower are available, it's really a pity to put some synthetic flower.
Hare Krishna.
I have a question. These rich deities with diamonds and everything, do they get stolen sometimes?
No, it's so difficult. The security is so big. The security is very big. You cannot even go without, like, when you go in the airports, you get scanned. Like you have to scan your bags. They have all those equipment, It's
To see if you have valuables?
yeah. They check everything. No, like even weapons and cameras, phones, nothing allowed. So it's Aishwarya. It's Aishwarya in a different way. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai. ISKCON Prabhu ki.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.